Take a deep breath with me now. Feel the air entering your lungs. Right now, something extraordinary is happening. Millions of cells in your body are working in perfect harmony, without you even having to think about it. Your heart beats, your blood flows. Energy circulates through you effortlessly. This is the first lesson of prosperity. You already live in a universe that naturally operates in abundance. But if that's true, why do so many people experience scarcity? Why might you feel trapped in a constant struggle, always chasing, never catching up? The answer will surprise you. It's not because abundance doesn't exist. It's because you've been programmed not to see it. Imagine for a moment that you are wearing glasses with special lenses. These lenses have been placed on you since childhood through phrases you heard, experiences you lived, beliefs you absorbed. And these lenses filter reality in a very specific way. They only allow you to see scarcity. Money doesn't grow on trees. You need to work hard to achieve anything. We are not rich. Life is hard. Each of these phrases is a lens that distorts your perception. And here's the quantum truth. You don't see the world as it is. You see the world as you are. Quantum physics has revolutionized our understanding of reality by proving that the observer affects the observed. We are not talking about abstract philosophy. We are talking about repeatable scientific experiments that demonstrate something incredible. Reality is not fixed. It is fluid, malleable, responsive to consciousness. There is a field of infinite possibilities surrounding you at this very moment. Within this field, both the version of you living in scarcity and the version of you living in abundant prosperity exists simultaneously. Both are real in the quantum realm. The difference is, which one are you observing? Which one are you choosing with your attention, your thoughts, your emotions? Scarcity is not an objective reality that exists independently of you. Scarcity is an interpretation, a perspective, a frequency at which you have been trained to vibrate. And if you have been trained to vibrate at that frequency, you can be retrained to vibrate at prosperity. Quantum change is different from gradual change. In classical mechanics, things change slowly, step by step. But in the quantum world, particles can make instantaneous jumps from one state to another without passing through the intervening space. This is called a quantum leap. You can make a quantum leap from scarcity to prosperity. It doesn't have to be a slow and painful process. It doesn't have to take years. It can happen the moment you truly understand and embody a fundamental truth. Prosperity is not something you acquire out there. It's something you awaken within. Think of a light switch. When you flip the switch, the light doesn't gradually increase. It's simply off, and then on instantaneous quantum shifting works like that. There's a moment of conscious choice where you simply change frequency. Let's do a perceptual programming exercise now. Look around you. No matter where you are, identify 5 things that represent abundance already present. It could be the technology and the device you use to see or hear it. It could be the clothing that protects your body. It could be the roof over your head. It could be the knowledge within your mind. It could be the ability to breathe freely. As you identify these 5 things, feel genuine gratitude for each one. Not performative or forced gratitude, but the real recognition that these things are manifestations of abundance. You already already surrounded by it. You have only been trained not to see it. This simple exercise begins to remove the lenses of scarcity. Every time you practice recognizing abundance, where before you only saw normality or even lack, you are reprogramming your neural circuits. You're changing the filters through which you observe reality.
Quantum shift begins with awareness. You first need to recognize that you are using scarcity lenses. You need to admit that your perception has been conditioned. There is no shame in that. We have all been conditioned. The entire society operates within paradigms of limitation. But now you are awakening, and awakening always precedes transformation. In the coming moments, you will learn exactly how to consciously transition.
Scarcity isn't just about money. It's a mindset that permeates all areas of life. Scarcity of time, scarcity of love, scarcity of opportunities, scarcity of energy, scarcity of self-worth. All of this is interconnected in a belief system that functions like an invisible prison. Let's take an archaeological journey through your mind. Where did your beliefs about money and prosperity come from? You probably heard your parents arguing about bills. Maybe you experienced financial hardship as a child. Perhaps you repeatedly heard that rich people are greedy, or that it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. Each of these experiences and messages created what neuroscientists call neural pathways. They are like trails in the forest of your mind. The more you think the same thoughts of scarcity, the deeper these trails become, until they turn into automatic highways. You don't even need to consciously think about scarcity anymore. It has become your default pattern.
Scarcity programming operates on 3 mutually reinforcing levels. First level, thought, there's never enough. I need to worry about the future. I can't afford this. These thoughts generate a mental magnetic field that literally attracts experience that confirms scarcity. Second level emotion, fear, anxiety, envy, shame, guilt. These low-frequency emotions create a physiological state in your body. Cortisol increases. The nervous system enters survival mode. And when you are in survival mode, your brain cannot perceive opportunities. It can only perceive threats. Third level, action. Obsessively hoarding, avoiding self-investment, refusing help, working exhaustively out of fear. These actions create results that fuel more scarcity thoughts, closing the vicious cycle.
Now comes the transformative part. To break free from scarcity, you need to interrupt this cycle on at least one of the 3 levels. The more levels you interrupt simultaneously, the faster and deeper the change will be. The quantum mirror technique works like this. Every time you catch yourself in a scarcity thought, stop immediately. Don't judge the thought. Don't fight it. Simply observe.
This is a scarcity thought. Recognizing it without identifying with it already creates distance.
Now comes the quantum twist.
Ask yourself,
What would the opposite thought be? Coming from a place of infinite prosperity. If the scarcity thought was, I don't have enough money for that, the mirror thought would be, the universe always provides what I truly need. or new forms of resources are constantly revealing themselves to me.
You are not denying present reality. You are choosing to observe from a different perspective. And remember the quantum principle. The observer affects the observed. When you change your perspective, you literally begin to change
Emotions
your reality.
are energy in motion. The word emotion comes from emotion, movement outward. The emotions of prosperity have a very specific energetic signature. Can't expect these emotions to appear only when you have more money. That's the trap. You need to cultivate these emotions now, regardless of external circumstances. Because these are the emotions that create the magnetic field that attracts prosperity. Daily practice for emotional cultivation. Set aside 10 minutes in the morning. Put on some ablution music. Close your eyes, imagine yourself living in the abundant prosperity you desire. Don't just visualize material things. Feel the emotions of that life. How do you feel waking up without financial worries? How do you feel being able to generously help others? How do you feel having freedom of choice? Allow these emotions to completely fill your body physiologically. Your body doesn't know the difference between an emotion generated by external circumstances and an emotion generated internally through conscious visualization. In both cases, the same neurotransmitters are released, the same hormonal patterns are activated. When you practice this daily, you are literally retraining your nervous system to operate at the frequency of prosperity. And when you vibrate at that frequency, you naturally begin to take different actions, perceive different opportunities, and attract different circumstances. Your actions need to reflect your new frequency. This doesn't mean irresponsibly spending money you don't have. It means acting from a place of abundance instead of scarcity, even in small things. When you pay for something, don't feel a sense of loss. Feel gratitude for having resources circulating. When you have the opportunity to give generously within your means. When you invest in your growth, do so with the confidence that the return will be multiplied. There is a specific moment in the quantum journey where the change becomes irreversible. It's the moment when you go from trying to be prosperous to being prosperous. It's a change of identity, not just behavior. And this change happens when you finally understand and embody a radical truth. Prosperity is not about having, it's about being. A person stuck in scarcity says, "When I have money, then I will be generous." A person living in infinite prosperity says, "I am generous, therefore resources flow through me." Do you see the difference? One is waiting for external circumstances to change first. The other is embodying the quality internally and allowing external circumstances to rearrange themselves in response.
Awareness of sufficiency. No matter how much you have right now, develop the deep certainty that it is enough for now. This is not resignation.
It is recognition. When you live in a constant feeling of insufficiency, you emit that frequency into the quantum field, and it responds by bringing more experience of insufficiency. When you recognize sufficiency now, you open space for natural expansion. Flow mindset infinite prosperity is not a stagnant pool. It's a constantly moving river. Rivers flow, oceans have tides. All of nature operates in cycles of giving and receiving. You need to allow the energy to flow through you, not try to hold on to everything for fear of losing it. The more you allow flow, the more abundance flows to you. Extend a vision of value in a scarcity mindset. Value is measured only in monetary terms, in an awareness of infinite prosperity. You recognize that value manifests in countless ways: knowledge, relationships, health, time, experiences, peace of mind, creativity, positive impact. When you expand your perception of value, you realize you are infinitely richer than you ever imagined. Celebrating others' success. This one is profound in scarcity. There is envy. If she has it, it means there's less for me. In infinite prosperity, there is celebration. If she manifested abundance, it proves that abundance is available and I can access it too. Every time you genuinely celebrate another person's prosperity, you are affirming to the universe, yes, abundance is real and possible, and this magnetic affirmation attracts abundance to you. Contribution.
Quantum physics teaches us about the unified field, a field of energy and information that connects everything in this field. There is no real separation between you and the abundance you desire. The separation is merely perceptual. Practice this meditation daily. Sit comfortably, breathe deeply until you enter a state of deep relaxation. Now, instead of visualizing abundance coming to you from somewhere external, visualize yourself expanding your consciousness until you and abundance become a unified field. Feel yourself dissolving into a field of infinite possibilities. There is no longer you here and abundance there. There is only the single field vibrating in prosperity. Remain in this expanded state for at least 15 minutes. When you return to normal consciousness, bring with you the feeling of this unity. This practice reprograms your subconscious at a fundamental level. You are no longer seeking abundance. You are being abundance. And when you are something, you naturally attract the physical manifestations of it. The universe has a rhythm. There is a time for expansion and a time for consolidation. There is a time to receive and a time to give. There is a time for action and a time for rest. People in scarcity are always forcing, always pushing, always in fighting mode. People in infinite prosperity learn to dance to the universal rhythm. How to synchronize. Develop sensitivity, pay attention to the signs. When doors are opening easily, move forward. When there is resistance everywhere, perhaps it's time to pause and reflect. Don't confuse this with laziness or giving up. It's quantum intelligence. It's allowing the field to be part of the work along with you. There are times when the right action is vigorous action. There are times when the right action is patient receptivity. Wisdom is knowing which is which. And you develop that wisdom through the conscious practice of observing patterns, trusting intuition, and responding to what is, not to what you think should be. Identity isn't what you say, it's how you live. If you say, I am prosperous, but every decision you make stems from fear and scarcity, you haven't changed your true identity. Your true identity is revealed through your automatic choices, your predominant thought patterns, your instinctive reactions. Transforming identity requires loving vigilance. Observe yourself. When you are making a decision, Where does it come from? Fear or confidence? Scarcity or abundance? Don't judge, just observe, and gently, consistently choose from the identity you are cultivating. You've reached a crucial point up to this point. You've learned concepts, techniques, and principles. But knowledge without application is just stored information. True quantum change happens when you transform knowledge into lived experience. When infinite prosperity ceases to be a future goal and becomes your present reality. Right now, as you absorb these words, decisions are being made at a quantum level. Cells in your body are responding. To the emotional frequencies you are generating, neural circuits are being strengthened or weakened based on what you are focusing on. The quantum field around you is reorganizing itself in response to your consciousness. You're not just learning about quantum shift, you're experiencing it right now. There is a paradox at the heart of infinite prosperity that you need to embrace. You need to desire deeply, and at the same time not desperately need desire. Without attachment and tension, without anxiety, focus without obsession. When you desperately need something, you emit the frequency of scarcity. And scarcity attracts more situations that reinforce scarcity. But when you desire something passionately, while simultaneously being certain that you are already complete without it, you emit the frequency of abundance, and abundance attracts more abundance.
When you genuinely shift your frequency from scarcity to prosperity, something remarkable happens. Everything around you begins to reorganize itself. Not because you are forcing external changes, but because you have changed the lens through which you observe reality. Relationships change. People who resonated with your old frequency of scarcity naturally drift away. New people who vibrate with prosperity begin to appear. Opportunities that were always there, but that you couldn't see through the lens of scarcity, suddenly become visible. Synchronicities multiply. Doors open. You're not creating these things out of thin air. They've always been within the realm of possibility. You've simply changed your tuning frequency, like changing the dial on a radio. And now you're receiving a different channel of reality. With great power comes great responsibility. When you awaken to your quantum creative power, you also need to take full responsibility for the reality you are experiencing. This can be uncomfortable initially. It's easier to blame external circumstances, other people, the economy, the government, luck. But quantum responsibility isn't about blame, it's about empowerment. If you created your current reality through unconscious patterns of scarcity, then you have the power to create a different reality through conscious patterns of prosperity. Victims have no power, creators have all the power. Embrace responsibility not as a burden, but as liberation. Every challenge you face is feedback on the patterns you are perpetuating. Every obstacle is a teacher showing you where you are still operating in scarcity. Receive the feedback with gratitude and use it to further
refine your frequency. Transformation doesn't happen in one big, occasional leaps. It happens through small, consistent choices repeated daily. Here's your daily protocol for living at the frequency of infinite prosperity. Upon waking, before touching your phone, before getting out of bed, place your hand on your heart. Take 3 deep breaths, silently declare, "Today I choose to see and experience the infinite abundance that surrounds me. I am a channel through which prosperity flows freely." Throughout the day, whenever you interact with money, or the pain receiving or simply seeing it, pause for a second. Feel gratitude for the flow of energy, mentally bless the money. This reprograms your unconscious relationship with prosperity. In the afternoon, find a moment for quantum mirror practice. Observe your predominant thoughts. How many were about scarcity? How many were about abundance? Without judgment, just awareness. And then make conscious choices for your afternoon thoughts. At night, before going to sleep, write down 3 prosperity victories from the day. They don't have to be big things. It could be an opportunity that arose. It could be a bill you paid with gratitude. It could be a moment where you chose generosity instead of scarcity. This journal trains your mind to focus on evidence of prosperity. Infinite prosperity is not a destination. There is no finish line where you finally reach it and can stop. It is a journey of continuous expansion. There are always new levels of consciousness to explore, new creative capacities to develop, new forms of abundance to experience. You never stop growing. You never stop evolving, and that's not frustrating. That's magnificent. It means that no matter where you are now, there's always more available. Always more to discover, always more to become, always more to manifest. The quantum shift from scarcity to infinite prosperity isn't about accumulating more things. It's about awakening to who you truly are. Not a small, separate particle struggling for survival in a hostile universe, but a conscious expression of the infinite field of creation itself. You are not seeking prosperity. You are remembering that you are prosperity. You are the universe experiencing itself in a unique way. And the universe is abundant by nature. Look at the night sky, billions of stars, abundance. Look at nature, infinite seeds, infinite life forms, abundance. That is your true nature. Scarcity was just a dream you're waking up from. Infinite prosperity is the reality you've always been in. Welcome back home.